Alright folks, we've returned. Let's start a new beginnings for 6.
People to send in videos saying why they want the job and one other thing.
All you had to do was dance.
They got dozens of videos.
Matthew, you've done stellar work putting Trickster Tim behind bars. Our investigations also uncovered a hidden gambling room. I propose we inspect that hotbed of sin one last time, then close it down for good. Will you come with me, Matthew? Just make sure you're back soon, Matthew. Tonight is Christmas Eve. And I'm mad as hops about the lottery draw. Heavens, with all this festive upheaval, it'll be a miracle if we get any work done, Matthew. Let us make our escape before we... Matthew, forgive me for interrupting, but there's a chimney sweep in my library. I had no idea we require such services on our airship, but she insists on talking to you. My word, that must be Pippa. How on earth does she smuggle herself on board this airship? Go and see what her little stowaway wants, Matthew, but be swift. Real detective work awaits in the gambling den. Marshal Matthew, what a fabulous flying police station you have here. How did you sneak in here, child? We don't even have chimneys to clean. I hid in a delivery crate. That is quite ingenious, alright. Alright, why don't you tell Marshal Matthew your petition? I want to find my parents. I went to our house, but the landlord said they'd been evicted. Suppose they couldn't pay the rent. I saved all my money to buy Ma and Pa a tiny pie for Christmas, but I don't know where they are. Will you help me find them? I agree, Matthew. We cannot ignore a child's plea for help on Christmas Eve. But I cannot read the streets of New Haven as easily as my books. I wouldn't know where to look for a clue. I know the alleyways like the back of my hand, miss. I'll show you the way, and I'll give you a shilling for good luck, too. Well, thank you very much.
They have passions to pursue. How do they avoid trips to the post office? Stamps.com. Mail letters. Ship packages. All the services of the post office right on your computer. Get a 4-week trial plus $100 in extras, including postage and a digital scale. Go to stamps.com/TV and never go to the post office again.
I'm still going to use the Dalmatian, but I really wanted the cat.
I couldn't stop taking, and AARPs weren't helping.
I stole from my own.
Okay, let's see here.
13 people died from drug or alcohol
Where?
abuse. When you don't deal with addiction, the consequences are real. Someone dies. or even
Photo.
worse, they hurt others.
If you or a loved one have struggled trying to quit on your own, help is available. Call us today, and we'll connect you with someone who's been where you are. You can't beat addiction on your own. No one can. So make the call now.
Call us now. Simply dial **131 on your mobile.
Was in the low 30s, yet emergency room personnel found no evidence of exposure. The FBI, not the NYPD, ran a rape kit. The results were negative. You can draw your own conclusions. The police have adhered to normal investigative procedure.
There we go.
ADA Strong and I have just concluded a lengthy meeting on the Astro Crawford attack.
Marshal Matthew, you found a picture. Look, that's me and my family when we arrived to Concordia. Let me see. A standard photograph for immigration records. There ought to be a number at the bottom that identifies each family. I'm rather clumsy, and Pippa might smear soot on the picture. It's best if you recover that number, Matthew.
I know the facts. You do. He does. I'm certain he knows the facts, but the press, and thus the public, hear what he wants them to hear. Is he right? I think he believed her first, but even if he doesn't believe her now, it's too good an opportunity for him. Every move we make is covered.
Easy, 1, 2, 3. Matthew, now that we have a number to work with, I feel more confident. But I really must return to my library for further research. Come by in a few hours and I will know more about Pippa's family. 6 hours. I'm gonna get the results tomorrow. Let's get to the gambling den.
Which is it?
All I know is I didn't see any for 3 days before I got busted.
We have hair and fibers on the last year.
I can't. I didn't see it.
Has anyone spoken to you about the 3 days?
Son.
Eden?
My nephew does not lie, Mr. Robinette. And certainly not to a man as esteemed as Mr. Eden.
Thank you, man. That's very helpful.
If he told Mr. Eden that's all, then that's
Aha, coat.
I'll be in touch with the George meeting for the grand jury. I'm assuming you're willing to state the same on the oath.
You got that right.
watch your mouth, young man.
You're going to school?
No, he lied. He told me prejudice after his work program.
State rumbles in my heart, then.
No, that's a brain. It's decided to subpoena Miss Crawford. What choice have we got if we don't let her testify on screen cover?
Yeah, we do.
Well,
I think you can do that.
bullets.
I don't know. We'll find out. I need your expert opinion.
Matthew, I almost prefer the serenity of this abandoned gambling room to Madeline's chatter about Christmas. But I see your focus on clues. We shall inspect the pockets of that coat. Then we'll close down this place for good.
In the Crawford case specifically, are there any physical characteristics that match the established guidelines for police allegation?
Yes, there were.
Would you list them?
Miss Crawford's damage to her clothing was inconsistent with that of her injuries. Writing on the body was
A magnifying glass.
as is self-mutilation.
Top work, Matthew. This cloak belonged to Rowdy Rick. His handkerchief proves it. But that magnifying glass belongs to the police force. The insignia is on the handle. Now, hold on. Now, how did a blackguard like Rowdy Rick get a hold of police property? I sense some double dealing here. Fair point, Matthew. If this instrument is police property, Viola will know which officer it belongs to.
So upon hearing of Miss Crawford's alleged rape in the papers, you contacted her family with an offer of your services?
9 hours. I'll get the results of both these tomorrow. So for now, this is Matthew. See you then.
Was in the form
Alright folks, we've returned. Let's get the results of the immigration number from Evie. Matthew, good news. The number on the photo allowed me to trace the Caffrey family's movement since their arrival to Concordia. The records show that Pippa's parents have been moving from tenement to tenement ever since they arrived. There are some gaps in their history. But the Caffrey's current address is right here, in New Haven. Marshal Matthew, you found Ma and Pa. Will you take me to see them? Mr. and Mrs. Caffrey, it's about your girl. Our girl? Oh, Lord, did something happen to her? I told you we should have never let her go. You think I wanted her to leave? Ma, Pa, I'm here. I've been looking for you everywhere. Pippa, there you are. We were so worried about you. Now we can celebrate Christmas together. Marshal Matthew, Merry Christmas to you too. Nice. Magnifying glass now. Matthew, you may recall the commissioner was mighty proud of creating a new registry of fingerprints. And you'll be pleased to note this new tool has already proved useful. I have identified the officer whose magnifying glass you recovered from the gambling den. It was the property of Officer Cole, the young recruit you recently arrested for arson. Thunderation! Cole was found guilty of destroying evidence. Now it transpires he was also mixed up with Rowdy Rick. Matthew, we shall question this fellow again. About his relationship with the victim? Matthew, I already confessed everything. I betrayed the police force. I caused the fire. What more do you want from me? A delinquent named Rowdy Rick was murdered, and Marshal Matthew found your magnifying glass in his pocket. How are we to make sense of this? Rowdy Rick is dead? This is the answer to my prayers on Christmas Eve. Matthew, that brute tormented me every day. Kicked me, punched me, pissed in my hat. He even stole my possessions just for laughs. Rowdy Rick tormented you. We know he harassed poor people who owed money, but what did he want from you? Matthew, I dared not speak of this before, fearing what Rick might do to my family, but now he's dead. Hear the truth. It was Rick who forced me to light that fire. He said if I refused, he'd hurt my mother and sister, but if I obeyed, he'd never bother me again. Rowdy Rick made you destroy evidence? But why? Speak up, boy. I know nothing of his reasons. I dare not look inside that barrel I set fire to, so help me God. Matthew, what a troubling discovery. Perhaps another inspection of Rick's quarters is in order. Confessing the truth has relieved my soul, Matthew. Please have some refreshment too, before you proceed. Back with the Dalmatian this time. Locked wallet. Matthew, that leather wallet looks suspiciously refined for someone like Rowdy Rick. Let us work that lash to know more. There we go. Oh, this is the tedious one. Let's see. 7, 6, 7, 5, 5. There we go. Matthew, that note on the wallet says, pester that cop and you'll get more. Pester that cop? That must mean Officer Cole. And the wallet is stuffed with money. Blast it! This throws new light on our disgraced officer's confession about the evidence room fire. Let us unpack what happened. Someone gave this money to Rick. In exchange, Rick would bully Officer Cole until Cole lit that match in the evidence room under duress. But who wanted evidence to vanish in the fire? The note is not signed and our only witness is dead. Vinny Costa might help, you reckon? Prodigious idea. Vinny knows every thief and swindler in town. Let us find him. Who might have wanted to destroy evidence? Marshal Matthew, what keeps you working on the holy night of Christmas? Rather an unholy affair. Criminal evidence was destroyed, some misdeeds thus covered up. Your pal Rick played a part in it, but only as a hired hand. We want to know who he works for. Perchance he mentioned it to you. Marshal Matthew, you know how I feel about helping the police. It just ain't right. But there is one thing I don't mind saying, for I have no love for the Irish. A pillar of their community, someone they greatly respect. He'd gain a lot from covering up his past wrongdoings. A respectable member of the Irish community is the villain who wanted to destroy criminal evidence? You didn't hear it from me. Now go. I don't want to be seen talking to cops. Matthew, it's Christmas Eve, but a troubling discovery throws a shadow over our merriment. New details have come to light about Officer Cole's regrettable act of arson. Coercion and money played a part, but we have not yet identified the culprit who masterminded the act. But if Vinnie Costa is to be believed, we ought to look for this culprit in the Irish community. Matthew, if a seemingly respectable Irishman is trying to conceal their wrongdoings, we shall try even harder to uncover who... Matthew, you won't believe what happened. Madeline, what is the matter? Is there an emergency? There is. A happy one. The lottery numbers have just been announced. We won 1,000 shillings. Did we? Well, I never. I knew it was our lucky day, Matthew, and I have an idea of what we should do with the money. We shall have a Christmas dinner to celebrate together. And we shall invite Pippa and her parents. Fabulous idea, Matthew. I shall roast a turkey. But ladies, say not a word, Bontemps. It is decided. I'll see to it that the preparations are underway. Matthew, the turkey is carved. Let the celebration begin. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Well, I don't know about mice, but Rasputin is in a flurry of excitement. Merry Christmas, Matthew. Thank you for all you've done for us. Merry Christmas, Matthew. Would you like to try my new invention? It's perfectly safe. I suppose you have to pull on it? Ooh, quite ingenious, Charlie. Very happy Christmas, Matthew. And of course, from me to you, Merry Christmas, everybody. And my gift to you will be another case in elite mode that I will try to get off and running ASAP. I will say, though, it will be from the World Edition. December 15th is the day of the next case. That's next Thursday. Four. Only 2 new ones. Three. I want a rare one. 4 new ones. And that's gonna do. Hard to believe how much this year has gone. Alright, I'll see you guys then. Next case will be released on December 15th, but my gift to you will be another case in elite mode, which I'll try to start soon.